Sud Squad, Joanna Couch here, the soap gal, and I have Kate with me, which she is my quality control manager. So anything that you guys want to know about good manufacturing, she's your gal. So make sure you have all the questions that you want, just put it down below and I will have her answer those questions for you. But hopefully she will be able to answer a lot of those questions right here, right now in this video. So stay tuned.
Hey Sud Squad! So I want to teach you guys a little bit about C-GMP. I do a lot of our C-GMP training here for all of our new hires and yearly training for our existing employees. I have my notes here because it's a lot of information, but we'll get through it. So firstly, what is GMP? GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practices, Current Good Manufacturing Practices. It is a way of standardizing your workflow and reducing errors and preventing mix-ups resulting in safe products. This is also the minimum requirements to sell finished goods in Europe. So if you ever want to sell finished goods in Europe, this is what you need. Compliance isn't always easy. However, when you're a small business, it's easier to get started with all of your processes and procedures and establishing them with your small crew before you get bigger and you get those bigger clients. Basically, all that good manufacturing practices ensures is that your products are consistent, meeting quality standards, and manufactured to fit their purpose. So for us, is it soap? Does it lather? Does it clean effectively? The steps through GMP ensure those things in all of our finished goods. So some of the main principles that you will be following when complying with GMP are going to be your procedures. Those are huge, huge, huge in just defining exactly what you do as a business. It could go as far as your documentation and standardizing the way that you write a document. It could be how do you make your product exactly, but establishing those via written documentation and writing that down, setting it in stone so that you have a consistent product through and through is super, super important. And it'll help you in the long run. It'll make sure that all of your finished goods are always consistent if you refer to your SOPs and your paperwork. Another really important principle is your documentation. Your documentation is different from your procedures. Your documentation is going to be the proof of the work that has been done, the proof that you are in compliance with all of your SOPs and your work instructions. It's saying, I did this amount of work today and I did it per these specifications. It's super important to also treat your documentation well. Treat it with respect because you're going to be retaining it for years and years and years sometimes. Not only for FDA audits and GMP audits, but also for your own just internal retain. Yeah, so it's important to treat all of your documentation really nicely. You treat it like a legal document. So using blue or black ink, permanent ink, crossing out your errors, not obliterating them. Yeah, so documentation is integral. And then one of my favorite principles is change control. It's insanely important to log and document and assess the risk of all of your changes in your facility. With the new Modernization of Cosmetic Regulation Act, or known as MACRA, you have to be able to track every change in your formulation of your cosmetic products. It's super, super important to make sure that you have that documentation ready if the FDA comes knocking at your door. With change control, it's super cool because you can talk with all of your staff about how changes can affect your facility. Not only in efficiency, safety, quality, but also just like staff morale. How are our staff gonna feel about this change? So it's super important for just general business practice as well as compliance. Good manufacturing practices are also very customizable. As long as you apply all of these principles to your facility, you can do it in a lot of different ways via written documentation, which should be your standard, but you can also, in addition, have instructional videos. You can have PowerPoint presentations. You can really train your staff in a lot of really different fun ways, as long as it's documented, of course. If you have a passion for cosmetics, GMP compliance becomes a lot easier. I know Joanna does, and that's why it's so easy for our facility, but if you love cosmetics too, you'll love GMP. It ensures that you have a really consistent, great product that leaves your facility, and who wouldn't want that? You could also already be applying some of these principles and not even know it. GMP is just a powerhouse for creating consistent and safe products. A great resource that I use personally in my day-to-day operations is gmpsop.com. They have great instructional quizzes online that are super easy, super comprehensive, and also they have just a ton of articles on everything GMP. If you want to learn more about GMP, that is a great resource, so check that out. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, drop them below. And remember, lather, rinse, profit, repeat.